This is one of my this is not my joke, but one of my favorite jokes from I don't remember who told it.
Yeah.
Could have been Nick DiPaolo, could have been, I have no idea. Safe bet to just say if it's funny, Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah.
How do you know if someone is a nurse or a teacher? They tell you. And this lady right here, the one in charge of your children's education, is reacting to anti-lockdown. By the way, I guess people in line with the World Health Organization, anti-lockdown protesters. Right. So here's a lady who screams at them, see if you can spot her chosen profession.
Kill yourself.
Okay.
Now look. She looks around to make sure everyone hears her. Driving off to engage, no doubt, in the real heroics.
Yes. That clip was brought to you by the Homeschool Association of America.
Yeah. Massive ad.
Local private schools. I love how she's so mad that she loses all control of how to operate a vehicle, and her wipers are just going, and she can't turn them off.
Come on, don't get sexist.
Well, at least she was wearing a mask on her chin.
Yes,
I'm so thankful for that.
Her chin will not spread any more disease. That's true.
So considerate.
Not by the insanity of my chin.
Kill yourself. I'm like, oh wow.
What does
she
she think she's proving by saying I'm a teacher?
Well, she looked around to make sure that everybody knew it.
Okay, so it's just F you, I'm a teacher.
No. It was kill yourself, then F you.
That's the structure of that argument.
Let me spit out of my car.
Let me take an unpopular viewpoint.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone is saying that teachers are heroes. No.
Wow. It's a hot take.
That was the end of statement. Yeah.
Sorry.
Full stop.
Generally, heroes don't have time to full-time upload TikTok videos. Teachers and nurses. Imagine that in D-Day.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I want to be clear about. She said, we'll go to where she says my students' families are dying. Fact check. False. Or CNN would say, reality check. It's perfectly reasonable. Now, wherever you line up on vaccines, it is perfect. And I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all.
Right.
Polio, what is it, mumps, measles, shingles, whatever. I don't know which ones I've taken the vaccines, okay? But it is perfectly reasonable at this point in time for a young person, as we talk about vaccines, to reject a vaccine. Why? Because people understand this with this vaccine. It's a two-course vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay?
I didn't know.
And they have to specifically coach doctors right now on the two-course vaccine to get people to stay with the second course, because the first course is so wildly unpleasant. They've described it like a hangover from hell, splitting headache, chills, feeling fevery body ache, that people won't come back for the second course.
Yeah.
So right now they have to spend time, in orientation with doctors saying people are going, it's way worse than most vaccines, and it's particularly bad for young people. Yeah. People who often are not affected by the disease nearly as seriously.
So to not get sick, you have to get extremely sick.
Right.
And you might not even get sick in the first place.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Especially, by the way, the research found that clinical symptoms, they manifest in only 21% of infections from 10 to 19.
Yeah.
That means that 79% of middle schoolers, they have no symptoms of COVID, and then most of the remaining are very mild symptoms. So when you compare that with feeling like Cameron and Ferris Bueller for 3.5 days, it's reasonable for some people to say, you know what, okay, I'll leave the vaccine for the vulnerable, and maybe I don't have a week to take off work. I know you think that people can take off work indefinitely, and there's a never-ending pile of money from Scrooge McDuck's mansion, but that's not how it works.
That's just for teachers.
It is clear the left doesn't want anybody to be able to make a decision for themselves and be able to weigh the risks of certain behavior.
Right.
They have to take away the consequences of your actions, even if their evaluation of the situation is totally backwards.
Well, yeah. So I should have prefaced this. In the UK, the first vaccine was administered.
Oh, really?
So everyone's
good.
Listen, good. They want to take the vaccine. Great. And I think that many people
We'll be
should
watching.
use the vaccine.
Yeah.
But to act as though someone in this scenario might feel uncomfortable, particularly a young person, understanding the side effects, might opt to not take the vaccine, that they're a crazy anti-vaxxer, that's just unreasonable and not fair.
Well, and what if they use the same reasons that the left has used before, where they're like, well, I don't really trust Donald Trump's administration to be able to coordinate this, and I don't think that it should have been rushed by Trump or by all of this sort of process. What if that's their reason? Can they then...
Right.
Are they cool?
And now they're complaining that Donald Trump didn't order more Pfizer vaccines, which, by the way, was because of competition and other companies bringing more vaccines to market. They didn't want to just order all of them from Pfizer. So that's fake news. I won't even spend any time on it. But you guys said you didn't want any vaccines if it came from the Trump administration, so you can go fornicate yourself with a wire brush.
Watch Good Morning Mug Club live every Monday through Thursday at 10:15 Eastern.